Hey everybody, welcome back to Family Canning in the Sip. Today we're going to be canning some butter. That's right, butter. You get about a 3 to 5 year shelf life, really about 5 year shelf life. And what we're going to do is we're going to unwrap the butter, put it in the boiler, and we're just going to let it melt down. Real slow, real simple, real easy. Just going to let it melt down. We'll skim off any of the whatever you want to call it on top, the foam on top. We've got jars in the oven. 225 degrees, keep them in there. Lids on the cooktop, getting warm. Water in the pressure canner, that's right, pressure canner. The reason why we're going to use the pressure canner is because the USDA seems to believe somehow or another botulism, which is a bacteria that comes from soil, is in butter. Doesn't make any sense, but we're going to do it safely. Some people tell you not to can butter. A lot of preppers do canned butter. A lot of people that just do preserving canned butter. And like I said, shelf life is about 5 years on it. Like I said, I'm going to start unwrapping the boxes. I've got 16 pounds of butter here. I'm using half pint jars because they're the easiest to get the butter out of. We can store them on the shelves, no freezer space, no refrigerator space, until we open up a jar. Then we'll stick it in the refrigerator. Or we can leave it sitting out. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to start unwrapping the butter, get it melted down. Once I got it melted down and stuff, I'll bring it back and show you the next process, and we'll see you in a little bit. All right, everybody, the butter's melted down. I'm using half pint jars. Actually, half pint jars. 2 sticks of that butter will go in each one of those jars that measures out. So you're actually, each jar is 2 sticks. I'm going to start putting everything in the jar. And I've got my pressure canner already warm, lid's warm. Here's the butter. I don't know if you can see that. Everything's melted down. I've skimmed off the majority of the foam. Like I said, if I start jarring up the jars, I will be using white vinegar to wipe down the top of the jars when I'm done filling them up. Because I am with butter, you know, fats, oils, grease, whatever. You want to make sure you use white vinegar to wipe the top of your jars down before you put your lids on. When I get ready to start putting everything into the canner, I've got everything packed in the jars. I'll bring you back and we'll start loading up the canner and get the canner going. And we'll see y'all then. Alright, like I said, I told you I'd bring you back when I started getting ready to put in the canner and stuff. Well, I've already got the canner a little over halfway full. I've got 8 half pints left to do. As I go into the boiler of the melted butter, I stir each time to keep everything together because it's going to separate a little bit. I should have about that much at the bottom. You'll see it when I'm done. There'll be about that much of the offshoot, what's it called, the solids of the butter. And at the end of the process, about every 20 minutes after I take them out of the canner, about every 20 minutes I'll walk by and I'll shake every jar. I'll probably play a song like shake, 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 shake it up. You know the song. So my beautiful wife, who doesn't want to be on camera today because for some reason she didn't feel like putting on any makeup. But she's got the camera turned on my beautiful face that you can see. Yeah. So I'm gonna finish filling these jars up. She's gonna wipe them down as I'm filling them. So we can get the canner going and everything. And just let you see the process of what we're doing. With this being a fat, we'll have to wipe everything down with vinegar. Also, with it being a fat, we're going to have to pressure can it for 60 minutes. And that's for half pint. If it was a pint, we would go 75 minutes. And if they were if they were pints, we would be going 75 minutes. Quarts would go 90 minutes. It's almost the same as if you was cooking meat, if you was canning meat. I'm giving myself about 1 inch head space. And I'm stirring each time I go into the pot. And I've been doing this long enough, I know right about where 1 inch is. So I pretty much don't need that little measuring tool. And this is something you don't have to debubble neither. And that you hear in the background is Atlas. Atlas got wounded. And believe it or not, we actually started this video yesterday. But Atlas got hurt and we ended up having to take him to the Mercy vet. And that's him in there kind of whining. I think he may have pulled some ligaments in his front left leg. And we think he's trying to tell us he needs to go to the bathroom. But he's just going to hang on a second. He shut me down yesterday. He ain't shutting me down today. Like I said, every time I go back in the pot, I stir it real good.
And once his mama back in there as well, I mean.
But once we pressure can, which you know, I think I already said this, there are no canning methods to butter. USDA doesn't recommend it. But it's odd you can buy canned butter.
And this has a shelf life of about 5 years.
And with us pressure canning it for 60 minutes, it's going to give us a shelf life of about 5 years.
And it doesn't take up freezer space.
No refrigerator space, no freezer space. Just sitting on the shelf, waiting to be used. Process of cooking it, I probably cooked it for an hour and a half. Just a slow simmer. Getting all the foam off of it, as much of the foam off of it as I could get anyway.
Mama come. You can see how it's separating.
See how it's separating? That's what I'm saying. When I take it out of the canner, about every 15-20 minutes, we'll walk by and we'll shake each individual jar to get it all mixed back up again and be ready to roll.
And get our exercise.
Yeah, get her exercise. This is going to be in this canner 24 half pints. Isn't that what I said?
Yes. Atlas agrees.
Some people will take unsalted butter and salted butter, which is a salted butter, by the way. But we'll be putting up some unsalted butter too, because we like to do a little cookie baking from time to time. Well, I don't think I got enough jars out. I must be miscounting. I need one more jar. One more jar. Almost, Atlas.
This is what the butter will go on when we're done. Gonna do a video of this tomorrow. Isn't that pretty? Coming at us.
$26 jars. 26 jars. If y'all remember the canner, getting the canner going and everything, with the All-American. Sorry, man. Remember to oil down around your lid, because it does not have a rubber gasket. Right here, camera's still turned, I'm sorry. Gonna rub this down all the way around. This is stainless steel, so you get that every time too. And with this small one, I really don't worry about getting it perfect all the way around.
Oh, sorry about that, folks.
Then crank up the heat. And we'll get it rolling. I'll let it, once it starts shooting steam out, I'll let it go for 10 minutes. Once it comes, 10 minutes passes, I'll put my 10-pound weight on it, or altitude 10 pounds. Once that happens and it comes up to 10 pounds pressure, I'll set my timer for 60 minutes. Let it run 60 minutes, then I'll take it off once it's done. And it's cool. It's 60 minutes up. I'll take it off of this eye and set it over here. It'll cool a lot faster. I'm using the smaller one because I can handle it. The big one, I load that big one up with all this. I can't pick it up. I'm a big man, but I can't pick it up. Anyway, we'll bring you back when we're getting ready to take everything out of the canner. We'll see y'all then. All right, everybody, I'm taking the jars out of the canner now. I've got a few more left to take out. And I just want to go ahead and bring you back because I wanted y'all to see this. That's where the shaking's going to come in. As it cools down, about every 20 minutes, I'll come in here and I'll grab each jar and I'll shake it to spread to get everything even back out into it. And overnight, it'll cool and it'll solidify, and we'll have some really good butter. Easy spreading butter on top of that. For bread, rolls, even for cooking with. But it's really not that hard to do. Just melt your butter down. Let it come to a simmer, scrape off the foam. Oh, they're pinging already. All in all process, probably about hour and a half, maybe 2 hours tops. The biggest thing is opening up each thing of butter and getting it ready. That's the biggest thing. Most time consuming anyway. But that's gonna be it. 60 minutes in the canner. Like I said, it's hot. That's what it looks like. Like I said, I'll come in when it cools about 20 minutes or so. And there's another ping. I'll start shaking them up, and I'll shake them every 15 to 20 minutes to get everything redistributed in there. And after me processing it, like I told y'all, that's a fat. Come from a cow. It's been pasteurized, but pressurized it again. Pressure cooked, canned it, I mean. But it's been pasteurized before, but yet USDA says you shouldn't do this. Well, I'm here to tell you, do it if you want to, don't if you don't. We do it, we'll continue to do it. This has a shelf life, since I did run it through the pressure canner, 5 years. That's a long time sitting on the shelf. Not in a refrigerator, taking up space in the refrigerator, not in the freezer, taking up space in the freezer. Anything I can do to preserve space in my freezer and my refrigerators, I'm gonna do it. Like I said, as long as I run it through the pressure canner for 60 minutes, as if I was doing chicken or something else, another meat in half-pint jars, 60 minutes. Well, Till next time, God bless. Thank you for watching Family Cannon in the Sip. I think Cindy's planning on doing some bread baking for you. I think, but I know we've got some other stuff that we've been trying to get ready to can. We've just had a good bit going on. We haven't been able to do any canning. She's had me splitting wood all week. Yeah, splitting wood. But anyway, God bless. Y'all take care. We'll see you next time.